Most men today are loud, desperate for attention. But the truly powerful ones, they're quiet, unshaken, controlled. Their silence isn't weakness, it's a weapon. In this video, we'll uncover the 7 silent habits that silently dominate every room and make others respect you without saying a word. Welcome back to Stoic 95, the place where silence becomes strength and wisdom becomes power. In a noisy world, your silence can speak louder than any voice. If you're tired of being overlooked, if you want to be respected without chasing it, then these 7 habits will completely change how you carry yourself. Let's begin. Habit 1. Observation over reaction. Weak men lash out. They flinch at every slight, bark back at every challenge, and wear their emotions on their sleeve like a badge of insecurity. But the strong, those who command real presence, they observe. They don't get baited by nonsense or dragged into every emotional skirmish. They know that silence is not weakness, it's strategy. Observation is power in disguise. It gives you space to assess the terrain, read the energy, and control the outcome without being controlled. Imagine this. You walk into a room and someone cracks a subtle joke at your expense. The average man gets defensive, blurts out a comeback, or tries to win approval through laughter. But a man who's grounded in self-control does something radically different. He doesn't flinch. He meets the moment with calm, maybe even a smile, but internally he's noting everything. The speaker's insecurity, the room's dynamics, his own composure. That calm exterior. It's not passivity, it's dominance cloaked in stillness. Epictetus drilled this into the bones of Stoic thought. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Every reaction is a transaction of power. So why give yours away for free? When you observe instead of react, you shift the frame. You become the one who sees clearly while others stumble blind in emotion. Remember this: a real man doesn't prove himself with noise. He proves it by needing no reaction at all. Habit 2. Speaking less, saying more. In a world addicted to noise, the man who masters silence holds true power. A dominant man doesn't run his mouth to prove his worth. He lets his presence speak louder than any words ever could. When he talks, it's not to gain approval or fill empty space. His words are like a sword, sharp, precise, and purposeful. That restraint, that discipline, it's not weakness, it's a sign of inner strength. Because a man who doesn't rush to speak has already conquered his ego. He doesn't need to be heard to feel important. He knows he already is. Imagine walking into a room full of people vying for attention, talking over each other, desperate to be noticed. Then there's one man sitting quietly, calm, composed, observing. He doesn't interrupt, he doesn't boast. But when he finally speaks, everyone stops. That's not luck, that's intention. That's the Stoic principle of measured speech in action. As Epictetus said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Powerful men understand that silence creates tension, and tension creates impact. The fewer words you use, the more weight they carry. Speak like a man whose words can build empires or burn them down. So next time you're tempted to fill the silence, remember this: real strength is quiet. It's the silence before the storm, the stillness before the strike. And the man who speaks less but says more, he becomes unforgettable, not because he shouted, but because his silence made the world lean in. Are you commanding attention or begging for it? Habit 3. Mastery of facial expressions. In the world of men, your face is often your first battlefield. Before you speak a word, before you raise a hand, your expression reveals everything. Or, if you've trained it well, it reveals nothing. A mentally dominant man doesn't flinch when insulted. He doesn't smirk when praised. He doesn't wince when in pain. His face is a shield, not a mirror. Neutral, calm, focused. And this isn't just about looking tough. It's about mastering the internal chaos and denying your opponent access to your emotional world. When your expression stays still, even under pressure, you become unreadable. And when others can't read you, they can't control you. Think of high-stakes moments, a job interview, a breakup, a confrontation with someone trying to provoke you. Most people leak anxiety through their eyes, frown when they're frustrated, or twitch nervously when challenged. But the man who remains composed in the fire commands silent respect. He unsettles those around him, not by aggression, but by restraint. They wonder what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and that mystery becomes your power. Like a seasoned poker player, you let your silence speak louder than any outburst. You hold the mental edge simply because you don't blink. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." When someone attacks you, they want a reaction. But when your face stays calm, it's like armor forged in discipline. You're not denying emotion, you're transcending it. This is what Stoicism demands, not the absence of feeling, but the refusal to be ruled by it. Your face becomes a battlefield you've already won. Men who master this habit become unshakable forces in a world that constantly tries to rattle them. Learn to control your expression, and you'll start controlling the room. Habit 4. Controlled body language, the silent language of power. Before a single word leaves your lips, your body is already screaming a message to the world. And the truth is, the world listens closely, even when you think it's not. Controlled. Body language is the hallmark of a mentally dominant man. It's the discipline of your shoulders, the precision of your gaze, the calm in your breath. Men who move with intention command space without begging for attention. They don't fidget, they don't rush, they don't react. They own every inch of the ground beneath them, not through loudness but through stillness. It's not arrogance, it's certainty. Picture two men walking into a room. One is slouched, looking down, checking his phone nervously. The other walks in slowly, upright, makes brief but deliberate eye contact with others, and sits down without a word. Who gets noticed? Who gets respected? Stoicism teaches us that mastery of the self is the first battlefield of life. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This includes your impulses, your emotions, and yes, your body. Controlled body language isn't just about looking confident. It's a declaration. I don't chase validation. I carry it. So here's your wake-up call. Every twitch, every glance, every unnecessary movement leaks your power. If you want to radiate strength, slow down. Walk like you have nowhere to rush to, but everything to conquer. Hold eye contact like a man who doesn't fear being seen. Use silence as a weapon, because only the weak feel the need to constantly fill the air. The next time you enter a room, remember this. When your body whispers calm control, the world listens louder than if you shouted. Habit 5. Emotional self-discipline. In today's world, most men have been trained, conditioned to react. Someone disrespects them, they explode. A woman pulls away, they chase. A friend succeeds, they quietly burn with envy. These emotional reactions don't make them strong, they make them predictable, weak, slave to impulse. But emotional self-discipline isn't about being cold or unfeeling. It's about mastering the fire inside you, not letting it master you. It's about walking into chaos with a calm heart, choosing not to dance every time your emotions bang. The drum. This is what separates the mentally dominant man from the average one. He doesn't beg for validation. He doesn't need the last word. He doesn't seek approval from the world, because he's already approved of himself. Think about this. You're in a relationship. She tests you, pushes your buttons, tries to provoke a reaction. Most men fall for it. They argue, get defensive, try to prove their worth. But the man with emotional self-discipline, he doesn't flinch. He doesn't need to yell to be heard. His silence says more than rage ever could. When a woman realizes she can't control you emotionally, that she can't shake your inner peace, you instantly become more powerful in her eyes. Not because you're cruel, but because you're unshakable. You've made your mind your fortress, and that makes you a rare breed. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't just some nice quote to toss around, it's a battle command. Your emotions are part of you, but they are not you. When you learn to command them instead of being commanded by them, you become dangerous in the best way. Calm under fire, collected under pressure, unmoved by petty drama. That's not weakness, that's legendary strength. In a world full of emotionally erratic men, be the storm's eye, controlled, focused, untouchable. Habit 6. Deep listening. In a world obsessed with noise, the dominant man thrives in silence. While others scramble to speak, eager to prove, to impress, to be heard, the Stoic man listens. But not the shallow kind of listening where you're just waiting for a pause to insert your opinion. No, this is deep listening, an act of control, of strategy, of presence. He listens to more than words. He tunes into the pauses, the shifts in tone, the nervous tapping of fingers, the flicker of doubt in someone's eyes. He listens with the full weight of his awareness, and in doing so, he gathers what others give away without realizing. Truth, weakness, intention, fear. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Learn to listen with humility." And humility isn't weakness, it's power cloaked in calm. A man who listens deeply can see through deception, detect insecurity, and understand people better than they understand themselves. Picture this: you're in a business meeting. 1. Guy is dominating the room, talking endlessly, making noise, but you're quiet, composed, watching. He thinks he's in control, but you're reading him like a book. Later, when it's your turn, your words hit harder. Not because you spoke more, but because you listened first. You played the long game, the emotional punch. When you stop trying to be heard, you start hearing everything that matters. People reveal themselves to those who are silent enough to receive them. Deep listening is a weapon, one that doesn't need to be brandished to be dangerous. In your relationships, in business, in life, remember, the loudest man in the room is rarely the one in control. The man who listens holds the leash while others bark. Habit 7. Strategic isolation. This isn't about loneliness. It's not about being antisocial or cutting yourself off from the world. Strategic isolation is a conscious decision, a weapon in the arsenal of mentally dominant men. It's the practice of stepping back, not because you fear the crowd, but because you've outgrown the noise. In a world that constantly demands your attention, your time, your energy, choosing solitude becomes an act of power. It's not rejection of people, but a recalibration of priorities. You're not running from the world, you're rising above it. The man who learns to enjoy his own company becomes unshakable. His confidence doesn't come from likes, followers, or fake affirmations. It comes from a deeper source: silence, stillness, and self-mastery. Imagine a man who's always surrounded by others, constantly seeking opinions, praise, distractions. He might look successful on the outside, but inside, chaos. Now picture another man. He takes an hour every morning in silence. No phone, no noise, just thought, just breath, just clarity. That's the man who makes better decisions. That's the man who doesn't crumble under pressure because he's faced his demons in the quiet hours when no one was watching. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, wrote his meditations not for others, but for himself, in solitude. That's the power of strategic isolation. It forges an inner kingdom, one no enemy can invade. You want to be unbreakable? Learn to sit in a room with your own thoughts without reaching for a screen or a crowd. The lion doesn't need to roar. He doesn't need to prove he's the king. He walks alone, not because he has no allies, but because he knows who he is. And when you know who you are, the jungle, the world will know too. Conclusion. Now ask yourself, do you live by these habits, or do you let the noise of the world control your mind? If you want to build silent power, start with one habit today. Just one. Observe more. Speak less. The world may not notice at first, but eventually they'll feel your presence without you ever having to announce it. If this video hit home, comment, "I choose silence over noise" below. And if you want more Stoic strategies to build power, purpose, and masculinity, make sure to subscribe to Stoic 95 and share this with a brother who needs it. Until next time, walk silently and carry unmatched power.